Oh, all right, so this is an interesting one. We are on the draw with a 1-drop and then 2 green 2-drops and no green lands. It's a tough one. We need to draw a 3rd land anyways, and we have a million green lands in the deck. I don't know. This is sketch. We also don't have any just black 2-drops, which is kind of a problem. I think we keep this anyways, though. I think there's like a ton of upside in this hand. All right, good luck us. Playing against mono red. This is a bad keep. I don't know. Maybe we're not playing against mono red, who knows. They always have a 1-drop on the play. Ooh, Firebrand Archer. All right. Well, we're going to leave our guy back. It just makes the most sense to leave our guy back here. I mean, they're trying to do so much work in terms of, like, racing us with fire, you know, with lightning bolts and stuff and incendiary flows. That we might as well make them kill this. Spark of Creativity. Ramminap Ruins. Okay. So I took 1 from Firebrand Archer, none to Spark of Creativity. I guess this is what you get in the single player queues. Again, we're playing this is a real queue, right? Like the prizes matter, so someone's just testing their Firebrand Archer deck and hoping it works. We've played against this deck quite a bit. I even brewed a nice deck with Firebrand Archer like a few days ago. I thought it was decent, not great. If they attack, we're blocking. Not too worried about it. I actually don't mind drawing an untapped green land here. Ooh, crash throughs. Okay. I wonder if they're playing blue as well. That would make sense. All right, so we're going to attack here. See what happens. I assume no blocks. Exemplar of Strength. I could put the counters on it, because then I can gain life, or I can just kill the Dread Wanderer and make a 4/4. That seems fine too. A 4/4 is going to be like way harder to get through for them. And then my plan is obviously to Hiss and Quagmire, and then next turn have if near Dreadlands, Blister Pod, Plague Belcher available. So next turn I'm going to make 6 power, 5 of which is Menace. It's going to be a pretty decent turn. And I mean, they're going to have to block a lot as well. All right, so this Thermo Alchemist doesn't really matter. They're crash throwing here with only 3 cards in hand, so it's hard to imagine they're going to have like that much room to wiggle here. All right, we're very obviously attacking here, and now we are free to play Channel Initiate next turn. We're even free to kill their Firebrand Archer next turn. Like, basically whatever we want to do here is legal. So we're gonna Blister Pod. We're gonna if near Dreadlands, Plague Belcher, killing our Blister Pod, making another dude. And now, hopefully, we're going to be able to kill them before they kill us. They're not going to be able to kill us this turn. With only 3 cards in hand, they're probably not going to be able to kill us the turn after that, even. So we probably have 3 attack steps, I would say, instead of 2. Or we probably have 2 attack steps. But if they have to start blocking, then, you know, we're going to get extra attack steps that way. So that's pretty cool. Right, if they have to start blocking our Belchers and Exemplars, then we're going to get extra attack steps that way. Now, the interesting thing is do I ever, like, next turn, like, play Plague Belcher pre-combat, put counters on Exemplar, so that I can attack and take the counters off to gain a life? That's probably worth it. Yeah, so we're at 11 here. All right, well, I will Nest of Scarabs Channel Initiate now. Which makes a lot more sense. And I'll put 3 counters here, take one off. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with my Exemplar and my Plague Belcher. I'm not worried about gaining the life because I can have lethal next turn now. I basically get to impact the board for +5 power this turn. Maybe it was just better to play Chandler and Plague Belcher. How much did that impact the board? Probably more, but Nest of Scarabs is more in the long run. Yeah, that was probably like a bad Nest of Scarabs play. Alright, so we have If Near Dreadlands next turn as well, so we can kill one of their Firebrand Archers, making 2 more 1/1s. They're going to ping us, play a land, Glorybringer, die. Alright, so we got through this one. Fatal Push is definitely coming in for game number 2. We're probably just faster than them. Although I wonder if they have stuff like Sweltering Suns or whatever. Collective Brutality is definitely coming in. Appeal to Authority is probably coming out. I don't think we needed to erase them. So I want to bring in like a Fatal Push, 2 Collective Brutalities. Festering Mummy is like insane here. Maybe take out a Croc for a second Fatal Push. What about Obelisk Spider? Obelisk Spider's okay. But I don't think we need to really block anything here. I think this is probably it. So we're going to submit and try to go to game number 2 here. This is a fun deck. Is it super duper competitive, the most competitive thing of all time? I don't know. I mean, have I enjoyed playing it in the 5 rounds I've played it or whatever? Like, of course. Do I think it has potential to be good? Sure. Do I think it could win a tournament? It would really depend. Like, in the meta now, I think it could. Because I think you have game against like black-green and zombies and mono-red. But if the meta becomes like infested by like black-white control or something, then I think it gets a little out of line. So I would still be kind of careful. All right, I'm going to mulligan this hand. I'll keep this one. We have like 3 opportunities at a second land, so I'm okay with it. And we have Chandler Initiate, bottom. Yep, I'll take one. Bowmat Courier time? No Bowmat Courier. All right, and we whiffed. All right, so 2 straight whiffs. Let's not whiff for the 3rd time. I wonder if they even have anything to cast for 2 Sunscorched Deserts. That's probably the issue, right? Like, when you're playing 22 lands, or however few lands they're playing, but then have, like, all Sunscorched Deserts, that's kind of an issue. Alright, we got there. I think we're just Channeler Initiating on itself, though, because we want to have mana. Also, we're not, like, being pressured or anything. They can spend this red mana to kill our Channeler Initiate, I guess. Ooh, they drew a card. Interesting. Alright, well, we're probably going to be able to put this one away then. I'm just going to play an Omni Eternal. I think I'm just going to get pretty aggro here, because it just makes some sense to. Like, are they really going to be able to stop this 5/5 Afflict 3 guy without casting multiple spells in the same turn? So I think we're going to be okay. And if they want to empty their hand of like 4 cards to kill our Omni Eternal, that's okay with me as well. Yep, I mean, luckily that doesn't do a ton against our board. Alright, so, I mean, this should be on the road to victory here. We're going to have a Plague Belcher. If they end up taking 5 next turn, which they very well might, we're going to have Collective Brutality to sweep it all up. Or if they just, like, play 2 creatures or whatever, we have Collective Brutality to, like, kill one, take a card out of their hand or whatever. I mean, this card's sweet in the matchup, obviously. There's a reason it's, like, 84 tickets. It's not actually 84 tickets, but, you know. So every time this happens, because we're technically putting the counter on, like I'm the one placing it onto the creature. Right, so whenever our opponent casts a spell, so because I'm doing it, it counts for Nest of Scarabs. So that's kind of the sweet thing about that card. Alright, well now that they've cast 2 spells, doesn't totally matter anymore. I'll just kill them on the following turn. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just like get everything out of their hand. It doesn't really matter to me. All right, -2/-2. I'll just do everything, I suppose. Yeah, this should be good. So I get a card out of their hand. I'll take the Renegade Tactics. Insult Injury is not going to do anything, really. And then I'll kill their dude, and then I'll put him at 2 life, and then we're going to win match number 1 here. We'll be on to match number 2 in a moment. So, yeah, as soon as our opponent hits the concession button, we should be good. I don't think they have any way to deal 8 to us with a 1 card, so I think we're good. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching round number 1. See you for round number 2 coming up in a sec.